Are you fresh out of fucks? And I ask this to ask you to be honest with yourself. So today's Psychic Tip 144 brought to you by Margaret of Pearl on my Priestess path. Being fresh out of fucks on this day, but also changing the meaning of FOF. So I recently discovered FOF. I didn't know what it was, and it's like, oh, hashtag FOF. I'm like, oh, okay, fresh out of fucks. Okay, I get it. And being an Aries, Aries are notorious for being fresh out of fucks, fresh out of patience, fresh out of, just giving a fuck. And so I want to encourage you to think about all the things that you're fresh out of fucks for. And there are a lot of things actually you should be out of fucks for. Like, I'm fresh out of fucks on how people view me, how they want to judge me. I'm fresh out of fucks for if someone thinks that my voice is annoying or I don't sing well. So all of these things, I'm fresh out of fucks that I am judged for my belief system, my lifestyle, my choices. But knowing, understanding, and having clarity of what you're fresh out of fucks for, you can take all those fucks, go into a meditation, and store it away for it to be transmuted. Store it away for the fresh out of fucks column on your to-do list. And you can bring in a new frequency, because the fresh out of fucks frequency is kind of, through anger, through shame, through guilt, you kind of a little bit could still have that frequency that you do give a fuck. So I encourage you to step into your power and leave that fresh out of fucks column aside, acknowledge it, bring it into your awareness so you can ask to purge it, ask to transmute it, ask to release it, and go into a new frequency of FOF, which is a full of fucks frequency. And so I thought this was funny because I was channeling with my dragon guides this morning, and I always check in with my body. Every morning I ask to check in with my Earth Star chakra all the way up to my Soul Star, to my Stellar Gateway. This is a practice that I do every morning because to practice as a divine clear channel, I have to make sure that everything's in tune, everything's in the right spot. And I don't encourage you to channel if you're feeling emotional or holding tension. And so I recognize when I have blockages through the tension that I hold in my body by bringing the breath in and then knowing where the space is in my body that I'm holding some kind of energetic knot. So I asked what it was today, and it's because I've been kind of on this like fresh out of fucks frequency. So a little bit of anger. It's okay to have anger. Remember, we're whole beings, so that means that we can experience the whole emotions in this circle. So I believe that we're a sphere of beings. And what I'm trying to get to is the full of fucks. So there's 3 parts to the full of fucks. And the first part is faith. The second part is fulfillment. And the third part is fearlessness. So as long as I'm on a frequency of full of fucks, I focus, transmute my intention, therefore attracting a higher source reality for myself and those around me through that frequency. And so by living through faith, as long as I'm strong in my faith, I am and understand that I came here to be a column of light. As long as I am stable in my emotions, that is what I am projecting. A lot of people don't realize when they're throwing that word around, oh, he or she is projecting. Well, we all are projecting. We all are projecting because we are all connected to the cosmic mind. We are all fractals of source. So the sooner that you give a fuck about connecting to source light, the sooner that you can step into your trueness, your authenticity, into your power, into your faith, And your faith, leading with faith, will bring you to places that you could never even imagine. Every day you experience miracles. It's another thing to act out of love. So, faith. Know your faith. Know what you stand for. Know what you believe in. And if you truly believe in it, then you can act on it. And so the second one is fulfillment. Living a life of fulfillment to me is living a life of being in alignment, taking action steps in alignment towards my highest good and what I came here to do, what I came here to be. So aligning with my divine mission. That is, for me, living a life of fulfillment. Which leads me to my last F for the full of fucks experience, frequency, which is fearlessness. So with fearlessness, go follow that joy. Whatever is making you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it. Like, who am I to do it? That's usually a clear sign that you should go fucking do it. And if you don't do it, you might live a life or live in a frequency of regret. And so I don't want to live a life of regret. There's actually nothing that I do regret in my life because I always look at experiences as lessons to be learned. And so in doing so with the fearlessness, like if I had listened to people, if I had given a fuck about what other people would say about my lifestyle, about my belief system, and about what I do now, right? Then I wouldn't be here to be able to share the frequencies, to share these lessons, to share the wisdoms that I've gained. If I gave a fuck, I would still be, I came from a registered nursing background, so I would still be a nurse, which at that time when I went into the nursing and healthcare field, I knew in my heart that I wanted to serve. So I didn't know any other way than to become a nurse. And if I had stayed though, there was something in my heart that was telling me that there's more. It was fulfilling in the beginning to know that I'm making a difference. I'm helping one person at a time. But knowing and understanding that I'm connected to higher purpose, I just felt and listened to the whispers of my soul. I let go of that fear frequency and I just had to do it. And there were so many times where I had to just step into overcoming my fears, just like moving away, just like connecting to source, just like channeling, just like speaking in light language, just like telling people I talk to dragons, archangels, ascended masters, just like being able to, go and be in these beautiful places and to pray. I wouldn't have experienced all of these things if I wasn't fully honest with myself. And being in fear holds you back. Being in fear is going to keep you at a frequency that will limit you, and it won't allow you to explore the vastness of your being. And the more that you let go, the more that you recognize and identify the things that you do give a fuck about that actually don't fucking matter, you will start to focus on the things that do matter. So that is my psychic tip for you today, is acknowledge what you're fresh out of fucks for and focus on what you're full of fucks for. So, Margaret of Pearl here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're joining me, just wanted to say a big thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I will see you all on your highest timeline. Now go give a fuck.